Hello everyone. So if you have your lab kit, I'm going to do a quick unboxing here. I've not really looked through the kit yet, so I thought we would do that together. The first time you open your kit, now if you're in the digital class and you got the digital kit or the combined digital and Circuits 1 kit, this is the combined kit, okay? So if you have just the Circuits 1 kit, you're not going to have some of the parts that you see in here. Now the first thing you see is usually a parts list, just like this. And so you'll just want to have that open and maybe check off what is in the box as you're going through this. They also gave me a user's manual for the meter that we're going to use. I can see that the meter's right back here. I'll pull that out in a minute. First thing I want to mention though is if you're in the digital class or you got the combo kit, you're going to see some packets with some integrated circuits. That's what these are. They're little chips and they have some legs to them. A lot of these have 14 pins. There's an 8-pin chip right there. So you've got your integrated circuits here, and I want to mention a couple of things. First off, they're in this nice protective bag. Unless you're using them, they need to stay in this bag. Also, they have put the pins into this styrofoam kind of material. So I want you to leave it in that as well. This is to keep the pins from getting bent. The bag is to help keep them from being affected by static electricity. And depending on the time of year, and this is January right now, it's very easy to build up static electricity. So be very careful when you're working with your ICs. What you want to do is whatever desk you're working at, put your hand on the desk for a few minutes, so that you can discharge any static electricity you might have built up, and then carefully work with your other hand to move the ICs into place. Be very careful with those. Okay, so if you're working in the digital box, you should see a couple, I think I've got 2 bags that have ICs. One of them has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The other one has 6. And then there is another IC here with your 7-segment display. We're going to need that a little bit later on. We have some green LEDs, it looks like. There's a couple little switches here. There's a few switches in there, okay, in your bag here. Now, if you're wondering what these chips are, they'll have a little number, and I'm sitting here trying to see if I can even see what the numbers are. But what you'll see is it'll start with SN74, and this is an SN7476. I'm not sure. You probably can't see that from there, but in your box, that's going to tell you what the function of that chip is. So that's how you will read that. And this little thing here, I think that is your power supply for your breadboard. So I'm going to open this up. Again, anti-static bag here. And there is the power supply, and that will plug into your breadboard. I'll show you your breadboard in just a minute. That's how we're going to power up our circuits. Okay. And I believe here in the box will be our power adapter. So you can plug this into your power and then plug this into your wall. Okay, that's how that's going to work. Again, when you're working with this board, just be really careful. Kind of hold it by the side, not by the pins if you can. First of all, you don't want to bend any pins. You also, again, want to be careful of static electricity, so just kind of hold it on the edges like that. Okay, what else? You should have some resistors in your pack. If you bought the combo pack, you'll have some capacitors as well, and an inductor, and some extra resistors. Okay, so you should have some resistors in your pack. Well, you might not have resistors in your pack if it's just the digital kit, okay? But if you've got the circuits kit, you should have about 3 packets of components like this. All right, and you can look at the list and kind of count and see that you have, see what you have there. Okay, now we've got our meter. okay, bright yellow meter here. Let me see if it comes on. It looks like it comes on, so that means that we've got batteries in there. And it comes with leads, and these leads will plug in. I'll show you how this works later. But your leads will plug in down here, and you'll use the other ends to check, to take measurements in your circuit. Okay, so we've got that. Also has, I believe this is a temperature probe that goes with the meter. We probably won't need that, but keep that handy. And then you have two breadboards right here. And these are where you'll build your circuits. Okay. So, and then a box of wires that you'll use to connect everything up. All right, so in their labs, I will try to give you a little tutorial on how to build your circuit using the breadboard. It's much easier if we're in the lab together. But here is your breadboard, and your power supply should fit right on the breadboard. Let's see, if you notice on here, you've got 2 pins over here, 2 pins over here, and they're going to fit in these 2 end pins here. There's a plus over the red and a minus over the blue, plus over the red, minus over the blue. So you're going to want to line that up. So I think it goes this way, and it will just plug into your board just like so. And there you've got power delivered to these, what we call the power buses on your breadboard. Okay, so again, just be looking for some tutorials here, and we will get started with your first lab soon.